Good evening to you wherever you are joining us from on this first day of the month of August. Happy new month to you. And right here at Kutv, we've been up and about to compile for you stories on matters happening within the country and also beyond our borders. But first, let's take a look at tonight's top stories that will be coming in a bit after a moment. Of course, and a lot has been happening within the country. Among them, the reduction of university fee, something that has been well appreciated within the Comrade Union. And also, apart from that, is talks concerning DRC peace crisis as we seek a way of ensuring that this new entrant within the East Africa community is able to have a peaceable situation within its borders. It's that and a lot more, particularly, and also we have a feature on matters concerning disability being looked at in a special way. But first, let's go into the highlights of tonight's top stories. Okay, my name is Emmanuel Kutosi, and sign language interpretation will be sailing through with Sami Okelo. Now, President William Ruto and former President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta put politics aside to host the East Africa Union and SADC leaders meeting in Nairobi, uniting peace and Democratic Republic of Congo. The meeting appointed senior facilitators and endorsed a joint roadmap aimed at ending years of instability in the region, proof that when African leaders talk, peace listens sometimes.
William Ruto hosted regional leaders and facilitators in Nairobi for a crucial joint SADC peace meeting, co-chaired with Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa. He praised the dedicated effort to resolve the Eastern DRC conflict and highlighted Kenya's new visa-free policy for Africans.
Let me also take this opportunity to once again sincerely appreciate Your Excellencies, the panel of facilitators, for making time out of your very busy schedule to attend this joint meeting, and more importantly, for accepting the responsibility of facilitator of the joint EAC SADC process on Eastern DRC.
President Ruto also underscored the urgency of uniting regional peace efforts in Eastern DRC, citing rising violence and mass displacement in North and South Kivu. The joint EAC SADC meeting seeks to harmonize the Nairobi and Luanda peace tracks into one coherent and restoring lasting peace and stability.
These encouraging developments are a clear signal that dialogue and diplomacy can work, and that the parties are willing to meaningfully engage to peacefully find a lasting solution in the Eastern DRC. As we look ahead, and in this process, led by our facilitators, we should incorporate the modalities of engagement with the Washington and the Doha initiatives in close consultation with the African Union appointed mediator.
Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa expressed solidarity with the people of Eastern DRC, acknowledging their struggle for peace and development. He praised the facilitators' experience and leadership, urging them to guide the process with optimism and unity to help restore lasting peace and stability in the region.
We implement the outcome of the joint EAC and SADC summit. We are privileged to build on the strong foundations and gains achieved under the Nairobi and Rwanda peace processes. This historic joint EAC SADC briefing provides a platform to have a shared understanding of the matters at hand and the enormity of the mission ahead.
The Zimbabwean head of state expressed deep empathy for Eastern DRC people, acknowledging their suffering amid conflict. He highlighted the strong desire for peace, security, and development, urging stakeholders to show solidarity and new commitment to sustainable, lasting solutions in the region.
In the spirit of Pan-African unity and progress, We urge all parties to fully support the leadership of our esteemed facilitators and to engage in honest, inclusive, and constructive dialogue. Let us take full advantage of the current window of opportunity to secure lasting peace.
The joint EAC third meeting reinforced regional commitment to peace in Eastern DRC, emphasizing unity, experienced leadership, and collaborative efforts to restore lasting stability, security, and development for affected communities. Edna Nerea, KUTV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Edna Nerea, for that beat. Now, the Democratic Action Party seems to be eating itself alive. In court, that is. Eugene Amalo's faction wants George Natembeya out, accusing him of double-dealing politics through the CORD party. And on the other side, Natembeya's camp is firing back, calling for Amalo's expulsion of nepotism and funds misuse.
I don't know kwa nini wengine wanainterpret kumaanisha kwamba wanataka kuondolewa kwa chama. Ama wanaona hao ndio imekuwa ni kizingiti kwa chama kukua. I don't know, because these objectives are completely different. Nataka siku moja ukiambiwa DA kunapata labda SG anatoka Lamu, ama treasurer anatoka Mandera, kama chairman anatoka Trans, party leader anatoka mahali pengine, anatoka Kisii. Kuna haja kwenda kwa chama kwa mkutano mnaongea lugha moja. What kind of nonsense is that? Tunataka kupanua chama ikuwe chama kubwa. So definitely watu watakuwa topol, even me maybe. Ile bila maono tukana tofauti kabisa. Mimi nikitolewa kama deputy party leader saizi na Mkuria awekwe kutoka kule Kuria. Siwezi kuwa mkuu topol. I'm just given away.
And still on matters politics, Kenya Kwanza allies have taken aim at the opposition and parts of the media, accusing them of derailing development programs like the Deputy President's Kithure Kindiki grassroots initiative. They call court challenges politically motivated and void of alternatives. From Baringo, Patricia Alex reports on a government determined to defend its staff and budget.
During a public empowerment event led by Deputy President Kithure Kindiki in Baringo, Kenya Kwanza leaders mounted a spirited defense of the initiative. They lashed out at the opposition figures who have moved to the court to challenge the regional programs by the DP, terming it a calculated effort to real progress for the political mileage.
Kuna watu wameenda kotini kusema hii program ya empowerment isimamishwe. Washindwe wasishindwe. Na ningependa kuambia mahakama, saa ile mnasikiza kesi zingine kama hizo, hapana sikiza mabrokers kule Nairobi.
Deputy President Kindiki doubled down on the administration political confidence, warning that the President William Ruto's return to active campaigning would silence critics once and for all. He accused opponents of underestimating the head of state political capital and the long-term agenda.
Unajua Rais William Ruto bado hajagurumisha engine ya gari yake ya kampeni. Unajua watu waliona William Ruto usiku, hawajamuona mchana. Walimuona usiku, hamjui vizuri.
In an interesting political overture, some Kenya Kwanza leaders advocated for continued engagement with the opposition figure Raila Odinga, with some leaders noting that the former premier may as well enjoy the milk of power in the regime rather than being a critic.
Mwambie president ile masiwa hivyo kwa kibuyu, lisha papa tu hivi. Papa asipate nafasi ya kuangalia huko na huko.
The leaders also took the issue of media coverage of the empowerment program, accusing some outlets of peddling misinformation, particularly the claim that beneficiaries were receiving as little as 60 Kenya shillings. They say such reports were not only false, but also intended to discredit the efforts aimed at uplifting the poor.
Unaona magazeti inaandika maneno mingi. Sijui Standard, wanatuambia vitina gani, Deputy President anazunguka anapeana shilingi 60, maneno ya uongo na uchafu na uchochezi. wanajaribu tu kuchafulia watu majina.
As political temperatures rise, Kenya Kwanza says it will stay the course, dismissing legal battles and media narratives as mere distractions on the path to the national transformation. Patricia Alex for KUTV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Patricia, for that report. Now, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, Kipchumba Murkomen, has continued with a series of security forum events across the country. Today, he pitched camp in Kajiado County, where he held grassroots discussions with local security stakeholders from the region. In his press briefing, Murkomen emphasized that security has improved across the country and especially in Nairobi, where the Chan Games are expected to be held. Now, it is a sigh of relief for students and parents, and maybe even a cheer or two, as the government has reduced university fees by up to 40% and help funds are flowing again. This comes after public outcry against the new funding model. Effective August the 15th, students can once again dream big without losing sleep over fees.
Learners who had expressed concern over the reduction of public university fees are now optimistic following the announcement of a 15% and 40% fee reduction, reaffirming the government's commitment to ensuring affordable, accessible, and quality education. Students applauded the government for lowering university fees and reported that funds are now being distributed equitably across public universities.
Haiwezi kwa iti upkeep sasa inawekwa juu na fee pia imekuwa reduced. Unajua gava pia ina dwell in different things. So haiwezi weka burden kwa kwa upkeep sana. So naona tu amefanya poa kwa kureduce your school fee na upkeep pia itakuwa tu sawa. Sasa wazazi tu watajitahidi waone venye tutapata masomo.
The fee reduction has significantly elevated challenges such as high tuition and enrollment costs, contributing to a reduced financial burden on families and may be effective in countering dropout rates previously caused by unaffordable fees.
It will help with some of the issues that students are facing in terms of school fees challenges and maybe high fee enrollment, especially for the new students or the ones who enrolled after us we did. So it was idea in the fees and also with the capitation. They should also do something with that, and with the help, they should work on the help, and it will do great things for our students.
The government's efforts to cut fees and distribute funds fairly have made higher education more accessible. However, continued family support remains vital to ensure students not only enroll but thrive.
On the reduction of fees within education institutions, particularly universities, we take our first break right here on the Friday edition of the KUTV Primetime News. Don't go too far because we have a lot more in store just for you.
Na uso wa jamii. Kupanda shuka akawa tuzo, ukakamavu wake ukatii na kumfanya mwenye bidii. Kwa machozi na makeke akabaini jinsi ya kuwini. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kwa jinsi alivyo ngari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha mwanamke mwake nami Caroline Kimwele.
Miti, panda, miti. planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On Earth Check, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of Earth Check. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mukwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
They find it quite strange talking to you.
We should just make schools integrated,
Inclusive setups.
by providing the right facilities.
This year, North Coast Beach Hotel has exciting holiday offers just for you. Whether you're planning a July escape, an August family break, or a magical Christmas getaway. For July special, book 2 nights and get 1 night absolutely free, all for just 17,314 Kenya shillings per person sharing on half board, as you enjoy access to free swimming, a fully equipped gym, guided reef walks, and a complimentary sauna session for each booking. For August family offer, make memories with your loved ones at only 11,543 Kenya shillings per person sharing for a 2-night stay on half board. There's free family entertainment, fun indoor games, and lots of activities for children, plus a 10% discount on all extra services during your stay. For the December Christmas holiday, celebrate your festive season in paradise. Book before 31st October to enjoy our exclusive Christmas deal. Stay 3 nights between 23rd December and 2nd January 2026 at only 34,628 Kenya shillings per person sharing on half board. And for our flexible payment plan, take advantage of our lipa mdogo mdogo and pay in easy installments. Call us today to book on 0722 209 458 or 0733 409 430 or email info@northcoastbeachhotel.com. North Coast Beach Hotel, your home in paradise.
Come back and thank you for keeping it KUTV. Now, inaccessible transport is a matter of concern and remains a daily nightmare for persons living with disabilities. But change is on the horizon. Thanks to the 2025 Persons with Disability Act and local innovators, safe and inclusive mobility is slowly becoming a reality for many. It's not just transport, it's dignity on wheels.
For many persons with disabilities, transport can be a nightmare, and in some instances, their dignity is put in jeopardy. Inaccessible vehicles, poor designed infrastructure, and lack of trained personnel often make it difficult, unsafe, or even impossible for them to travel independently. For people like Jefferson Moy, the lack of accessible transport has been more than just an inconvenience. It has costed him valuable opportunities and chipped away at his sense of dignity.
It actually sounds, or rather looks, so weird, and you end up feeling so bad, but it is the only option you have. You have no other option. You've been carried like a sack of maize, like a sack of potatoes, but you've got no option. That is the option. That is the only option you have, and we have accepted, but you're calling out.
The same was true for Caroline Mwikali, a wheelchair user whose daily commute was often filled with anxiety and frustrations.
Because you see, when using public transport, especially because I am a lady, so if I have to be lifted, it will most probably be a guy who is lifting me, and that is not very comfortable for me. Persons with disabilities, they have challenges with mobility.
However, in the work of disability inclusion efforts in the country, things are beginning to improve. Initiatives by stakeholders such as Asia Mobility are restoring hope to individuals with limited mobility. Inspired by the challenges faced by his father after sustaining spinal cord injury, Asia Mobility co-founder Daniel Gatura says he was determined to find solutions that will restore freedom and dignity to his kin, and by extension to all persons living with disabilities.
This solution is actually inspired from a personal experience. When I was 6 years old, my dad got into an accident, and he became paraplegic and is now fully reliant on a wheelchair. And so I got to see the challenges that he faced from that point onwards. And so unfortunately, due to lack of a transport solution that suits him, he was then dismissed from work. So I grew up wanting to find a solution so that more people then do not find themselves in this particular situation.
Founded in 2020, Asia Mobility now designs and modifies vehicles to suit the needs of wheelchair users, enabling them to travel with ease and independence. Through innovations like hydraulic lifts, custom ramp systems, and awareness training for public transport operators, Asia Mobility is not just building vehicles.
And then what also happens is at times these people then feel as if this individual is now a burden. And so that's why we came up with this particular solution. So we train our drivers to become caregivers on this particular journey. So they are able to walk with you, and after they've driven you to, let's say, to your location, they park the vehicle and help someone go. Let's say someone is going to a 4th or 5th floor. They walk with them to that particular floor.
Daniel says transport inclusion goes beyond simply ferrying persons with disabilities from one point to another. According to him, it starts with setting the right attitude and cultivating a deep understanding of their needs.
When working with even wheelchair users, for example, when you're lifting them and trying to place them into a vehicle, some people actually do it wrong. They grab them in bad ways, and at times they even make a bad injury worse. And so that's why, first of all, we train our drivers on how to actually do it, how to request and how to even ask for information, or how to understand more of what this particular person needs, instead of just thinking of what they would want, instead of asking them what they actually want.
Innovations such as those pioneered by Asia Mobility are helping to boost confidence in people's lives. Caroline Mwikali, an accountant and a wheelchair user, knows that the freedom to move independently has had a profound impact on her personal and professional life.
The car at the back has like a ramp that is inakuwa pulled out of the car, and then you can just access it by yourself, and then there is a space for your wheelchair. So that is usually the most interesting thing about their services, because I don't have to be lifted from my wheelchair.
For Betty Ndegwa, one of the drivers at Asia Mobility, interactions with persons with disabilities didn't begin here. Her journey of understanding began much earlier, shaped by lived experiences that brought her face to face with the daily realities of disability. Those early experiences planted in Betty a deep sense of empathy, one that now guides her every interaction behind the wheel.
My mom was born disabled, so this is one of the main reasons why I put so much effort to make sure that every person who is disabled is getting the right mode of transport they're supposed to get, which is very comfortable and very accessible.
Betty says her job has helped her enhance her skills through disability awareness training, equipping her to offer not just accessible transport, but a compassionate service. For her, each ride is more than a task. It's a responsibility to make the journey safe, respectful, and empowering. As an integral part of the lives of persons living with disabilities and those with limited mobility, accessible and inclusive transport is now receiving the national attention it deserves. The signing into law of the 2025 Disability Bill by President William Ruto several months ago marked a significant step forward in ensuring that transport systems across Kenya are designed and implemented with inclusivity at their core. A part of the legislation reads, and I quote, "Persons with disabilities are entitled to barrier-free and disability-friendly environments, including access to buildings, roads and social amenities, and transport systems." End of quote. Section 30, paragraph 7 clearly lists areas of accessibility standards that must be adhered to, including public transport systems and any other mode of transport. Both Daniel Mwikali and Jefferson agree that inclusive and accessible transport is a right and not a favor.
I've seen quite a number of vehicles that is disability friendly. Yes, they have got ramps. You can actually go with your wheelchair, and you actually don't have to get the seat. You can still use your wheelchair, and I know it's very possible. It's only we need to act.
These laws are there, and the government has done its part in terms of laws, but then they need also now to work on implementation. They need to also spearhead implementation, where we need to see this implementation in government and out of government.
Many of the public service vehicles are yet to be fitted with accommodative measures to make them accessible to persons with disabilities. And this happens as even the president signed into law the 2025 Disability Act, giving hopes to thousands and hundreds of people living with disabilities that their movement will be much easier. Stephen Masha, Kutv, Nairobi.
Thank you very much, Stephen Masha, for that report highlighting the challenges and the solutions at the same time. Bravo. Now, moving on to matters politics. Former Chief Justice David Maraga is back, and this time he's not wearing a robe, but a political armor from Kirinyaga County. Maraga slammed the government for the empowerment gimmicks and misuse of taxpayers' funds. Speaking at Kutosi Catholic Hall in Kirinyaga County, Maraga singled out Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, claiming the so-called grassroots empowerment efforts are little more than state-sponsored handouts funded by taxpayers.
Pesa ambayo imepeanwa kwa State House 12 billion shillings. Iko hiyo jamaa alikuwa anazungumzia anazungumza vizuri sana. 12 billion shillings inaenda kwa State House mwaka moja. Na huyo kijana akapiga hesabu akasema ili hiyo pesa ikwishe, hiyo pesa mnatakikana kutumia milioni 32 kwa siku moja. 32 million. 12 billion is not a small amount of money. Ni pesa nyingi sana. Mnasema ati Kenya ni amina haina mali. Sasa vijana wetu hawaendi shule. Hospitali zimesimama. Mnajua mmeona pahali pesa inaenda? Shule ambao hasiko ile department zingine ya serikali inapewa pesa ambayo haihitaji, hiyo pesa inaporwa. Mkinikubalia wa Kenya wenzangu, nitawalindia mali yenu.
And away from Maraga's pledge, Kalonzo Musyoka unveiled his party's new name, the Wiper Patriotic Front, because apparently Wiper needed a little more traction. Receiving his certificate in Westlands, he said the name reflects unity, accountability, and vision that even the Gen Z can stand behind. It's a new dawn with the same driver. And in the coast, UDA supporters took to Moi Avenue in Mombasa in a peaceful march backing President William Ruto for a 2027 second term. Now led by County Coordinator Millicent Odinga, the group, mostly women, wants Ruto to listen to the grassroots over the elite politicians. Now, they say they may not be sitting at the big table, but they were determined to bring the stools.
Na tuampenda sana Mheshimiwa Ruto kwa sababu ni president wetu, tutaka tumpatie nafasi afanye kazi. Na akiingia Mombasa, Mheshimiwa Ruto asiangalie viongozi wa kisiasa. Ajue yuko na viongozi wa mashinani ambao wanamtarajia. Na uchungu wetu wa kujitokeza hivi, tutaka Ruto ajue kama tuko. Chenye zeroka juu, afike chini ajue kuna wananchi wa chini. Kura ni uamuzi wetu, sio mwanasiasa. Sisi tutampigia Ruto kura kwa sababu tumpenda. Ikiwa wanasiasa watakuwa wanasikizwa wao, mama wameamua watapiga kura. Kwa sababu sasa hii waliopata chakula, pesa, kila kitu ni broad base. Wamama wangu wa UDA walalamika hakuna kitu wamepata. Ndio maana namuonesha Ruto kama mimi niko na nguvu na niko na watu na naweza. Kwa hiyo lazima atushike mkono, ajue chenye chatoka juu, ajue kuna watu grassroots leader wanataka wamama wasaidike. Na wamama wananisikiza. Kwa hiyo kiwa tutasaidika, sasa hii siasa ni nyege, ni kunyegezana. Na hii siasa ni ya mwisho. Wamama wakifaidika na sisi tutapiga kura.
All right, we take a break from the political beats to matters health, where Kenya has recorded 314 cases of Mpox and 5 deaths since July 2024. Health CS Eden Duale confirmed that containment measures are in place. So far, 4.7 million people have been screened at borders. 4 new cases were found yesterday, including one in Nairobi. The message: if you see a rash, do not brush it off. All right, and now to matters agriculture, where we go to Kirinyaga County, where the county governor, Anne Waiguru, is noting that there is an issue, particularly sounding the alarm over plans to import 500,000 metric tons of duty-free rice. She says local farmers who grow over 60% of Kenya's rice should be paid first. Her message to the national government is eat local before you import a global.
When we see the free importation of rice coming to this country, whereas we have our farmers who have told ambaye tuko na excess rice in Mwea and other parts of the country, and then we see duty-free rice coming in. So we want to ask His Excellency the President, kindly His Excellency the President, engage the CS National Treasury who did those exemptions, because we need our farmers to continue getting market for the rice.
According to economics, najua tutaambiwa mchele ambayo sisi tunakuza haitoshi kulisha Kenya mzima. Lakini kabla hamjaleta mchele kutoka nje, tafadhali store zetu za Mwea zimejaa mchele. Mungechukua hiyo mchele ambayo iko kwa store, alafu ndio sasa tuende maneno ya kuongezea mchele kutoka nje, si ndio?
40 minutes past the top of the hour, and we are due our second break right here on the Friday edition of the KUTV Prime Time News. Feel free to engage us on the social media platforms at X at KUTV_Kenya, and we'll be sampling some of your messages. If you do send them, we take a short break. We'll be back in a moment.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mkwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
They find it quite strange talking to you.
We should just make schools integrated,
Inclusive setups.
by providing the right facilities.
Get ready to embark on a journey into the exciting world of technology as we uncover the latest trends, interview top thought leaders, and dive deep into the world of tech like never before.
Currently, we are facing the challenge in terms of finance. It requires one to move from different counties because we really need a large data set for our model to be more accurate.
In this new and exciting series of the Technovation Show, join me, Yvonne Kimuma, every Monday, 8:30 p.m. for a fun and thrilling experience as we explore the cutting-edge developments, meet visionaries driving change.
Somebody who is in the underground mine doesn't know the presence of those gases. So there are a lot of gases involved. There is methane, there is carbon monoxide, and there's also hydrogen sulfide. These gases actually, they are very dangerous and they are very toxic.
And discover the endless possibilities of the tech world.
We are safely within the sporting arena, and on matters concerning the CHAN games that will be held in Nairobi, it's that all systems are go for these games, and final security inspections were made today at Nyayo and Kasarani stadiums, which are being completed. Interior CS Kimchumba Murkomen and IG Douglas Kanjab say Kenyans and visitors can expect safety, organization, and a little bit of football madness. The good kind, of course.
So I just want to confirm here that all the security measures have been put in place to ensure that CHAN is successful. We have good CCTV cameras that will look that are able to do proper surveillance. We have put other surveillance measures that I cannot announce here to ensure that the city is safe. We have also ensured that all tickets are bought online, so there will be no stampede at the stadium. Hii ni weekend ya maana sana katika taifa letu. Tuko na mchezo wa mpira ya CHAN na itatusaidia kujitayarisha kwa Africa Cup of Nations 2027. Nafurahi kwamba tulimaliza facilities ambao tulihitaji. Leo Inspector General of Police akiandamana na PS wamekagua mara ya pili ile facilities iko kwa Nyayo na Kasarani, na tumeridhika kwamba ziko tayari kabisa na
And still on matters, CHAN, football legend Dennis Oliech is the face of the CHAN 2024, Kenya's ambassador for the Continental Showdown, unveiled in Nairobi. Oliech promised to rally support and boost fan excitement. As ambassador, Oliech will lead the national campaign to boost fan engagement and rally support for the home-based players. His appointment comes as Kenya intensifies preparations to co-host the Continental Tournament, aiming to showcase talent and unity on the African soil.
Mimi nimefurahi sana sababu nyinyi wote mimi nawajua name by name. Hakuna mtu ambaye mimi sijui. Our legends wamefanya mambo mengi sana kwa sisi. Nakumbuka 1979 tukicheza na Malawi City Stadium, akilikuwa Morera na Popikola, tulifungwa na Malawi final ya Sekafa. Watu hawakutoka stadium, walilala stadium for about 3 hours. The players were crying, everyone was crying. We want to see that spirit again in our football. When a president push that spirit to come again in football. I was live when Koromaya won Cup Winners' Cup hapa 1987.
Nikiregea katika masuala ya legends, I know majority of you, and we have had discussions even before we came into office. And my manifesto, Waziri, ran on 3 pillars. I said we will address the issues of the past, we will address the issues of the present, and we will address the issues of the future. So with the past, we have to look at the welfare of former footballers. We have to develop very robust programs to avoid the situations we've been in over the years. So Waziri, I'm glad to report that by the end of this year, we are going to institute, or we're going to operationalize the Hall of Fame at the Federation, where we will have an archive, and we will document the history of all footballers in the nation.
Today we are also gathered here to unveil the official Pamoja Chan Kenya ambassador, who will be a key symbol of our national campaign as we prepare for this prestigious continental football tournament. Oliech is a legendary goal-scoring record. Passion and commitment to the national team made him a household name. You may see it is a small contribution, but your talents were able to unite all Kenyans across regions, across political persuasions, and across all other divides.
Twelve minutes past the top of, or to the top of the hour rather, and we have come to the end of the first bulletin of the month of August right here at KU TV. Much appreciating your viewing, for being with us through those moments, and also coming and choosing KU TV to be your informer tonight. From me, Emmanuel Kutosi, and the sign language interpretation, Sami Okelo. It's a good night to you. And also, before I go, maybe I can appreciate the whole team that is behind the scenes, ensuring that this bulletin comes to you well and on point. Bravo to all of you for making this a success, chaired and rather led and commanded by Levis Domoto, and also the slender wonder of nature that is Melton Conchella, ensuring everything is speak and span and coming to you in a very satisfactory manner. This is KU TV, and we appreciate your viewing. Good night, sweet dreams, and a happy new month.